can't wait to see if I'm gonna have introduction music when I first, like the walkout music. You go on these different shows, you see, people come out and music. This is how we do it. You hear the music going and everything.
We're gonna have to hit him with the Aaron P. Ears, Mufasa. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Our father. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was chipped. I said, this is yucky.
This one's chipped.
Okay.
You want to pay for me to get my nails done, dude?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Always worried about.
If you don't represent, you be saying that, with your fingers all out.
Represent. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Come correct.
That's it.
Or don't come at all.
That's it.
He sure did.
All right.
All right. What's up, good peeps?
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to the Life.
What's happening? What's going on?
Okay. Our guest is eager. Welcome to the Life with C and Arie.
Yeah.
And
what's the name of your show?
Life with C and Arie.
We're on camera.
Life with C and Arie.
You don't know your daughter's show?
We starting
I was about
already?
to say.
Oh, hey, Life with C and Arie.
Yes.
Welcome.
Today we have our little brother here.
Our son.
Son.
Nephew.
Today we have our dad.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Although I can't see you, but it's good to see you.
Yeah. We already had our mom, so we just thought it'd be
appropriate
to have our dad.
I'm glad I'm here. Glad to hang out with y'all. These are my babies.
Yeah.
Grown babies now.
Mm-hmm.
Grown babies. So what we talking about today?
Okay, so we just want to dive in, get to know a little bit more about you.
Oh boy.
No, just kidding. We just want to see, like, they know who we are.
Yeah.
And they get a glimpse of where we came from, who you are, all that good stuff.
Gotcha.
Who are you? What do you do?
Well, she looks like me.
Yeah, as you can see,
she looks
friend.
like her mom.
Mm-hmm.
She acts like me, and she acts like her mom.
See, they said the same thing.
Now we all done.
Now we all done.
We've come to the end.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with, you got your own business. What do you do?
I am Tucson Smith with Alliance Associates Realtors. I've been with the organization for 20 years. I'm a real estate broker. I'm a sponsor, and I'm a manager of Alliance Associates Realtors in North Aurora, and my sister is the owner and manager of Alliance Associates in Westchester.
Mm-hmm.
So we sell houses.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. We help people buy and sell houses. It's been a long ride and a good ride.
Mm-hmm.
Real good ride. So I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do.
All right. So your mom and dad, they were in business. Why did you want to be an entrepreneur? First of all,
entrepreneurship was built into my family.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up as a little guy trying to reach into the counter to put candy on the top of a shelf. So that's just something that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad owned a business on the west side of Chicago. West side? West side? And it was a beautiful thing because of the fact that it was a business that helped put me through college, helped put my sisters through college, and to take care of our household.
That's a good business.
Well, it was a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blessing because of the fact that my dad was a worker. I used to watch my dad. He worked for an organization called the International Harvester. He would go to work at 10:30 at night, come home around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and go right to his business. I have seen my dad sitting on a ladder or just standing up sleeping. But he was a worker.
Yeah.
He worked for his family. He did what he had to do. And, it's the same thing for myself. I want to see my family like my dad did. I want to see my family move successful, in every endeavor. And it's just a goal that it's in me to take care of my family.
That's good stuff.
It's in me. I mean, the same work ethic that you guys have now, it's in you, to do what you have to do to try to grow. Both of you guys are entrepreneurs, and it didn't happen by accident.
Yeah,
you're right about that. You know what? I'm gonna start embracing that more because I've been trying to run from it. Not gonna hold you.
I got it. It's nice to go into a 9 to 5 and get a paycheck.
A consistent paycheck.
I mean, it's really
every
nice.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. But I mean, the thing about our business, about being an entrepreneur, is that you some days, especially when you first start, sometimes you don't see a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes that gets hard. You know, the one thing I always ate. I always found a way to eat. There was never a moment or time that I didn't eat. So I can't sit here and say I starved my way through, because even when the business was slow, I went out and took another job. I did what I had to do. And some people in some business, they wait until failure, and you can't wait to fail. You have to make sure that your family is taken care of. So while your business is growing, you make sure you keep bringing in finances into the house, whatever you have to do. Yeah. Finance into the house is very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're one of the most hardest working men I know.
Yeah.
Gotta eat.
Yeah, we said that the other day. Like, even when you retire, you probably just still gonna keep working.
There's no such thing as retirement. For me,
that's what I'm saying.
Just for me.
Yeah, you're a busybody. You gotta be doing something.
To sit down, to say that I'm gonna sit down and just relax and get a hobby, I'd rather do a hobby while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I love traveling. Mm-hmm. So, but it takes money to travel.
Yeah, it sure do.
Yeah, so the way I want to travel is gonna take some money.
Mm-hmm. I know that's the way I want to travel.
The way I want to travel, I want to go, and when I go, I just want to go. Mm-hmm. I want to spend what I want to spend, and I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy my life. I want my wife to enjoy herself. So right now, for me, at 63 years old, I'm going to continue to do what I do. And Lord knows, I don't know where it's going to take me, but I'm going to continue to do what I do as long as I can do it.
As you should. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
That's me.
That's the gist. Thank you all for coming today.
Right, this has been fun.
It's been a good day.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get intro music.
Yeah, you got some music. You got some music. You want to put some Rocky on? Okay, so how do you feel? Because we talked about this with Mom. If y'all haven't watched that video yet, you can go back and watch it. We talked about this with Mom. How do you feel about having us back home? How did you feel about us first moving back home, and how do you feel about it now?
It was, you guys moved back home during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want you breathing on me, of course.
He sure did.
Yeah. Come on in the house.
Quarantine,
yeah. Go past me. Don't breathe on me. But I'd rather have you guys here, safe, under our roof together, where we can watch out for each other. During that time period, it was good. For me, it's family, dude. It's always family. You guys are always welcome. I could care less about you guys being here. I want you guys to have the success that you need for your life when the right time is given. Mm-hmm. I was reading an article this morning, and it said this was about Jesus. It said at the right time, Jesus did what he's supposed to do. At the right time, he did what he's supposed to do. And I believe that for all of us. I believe that at the right time, when things supposed to move, they will move, But right now, we supporting each other. Mm-hmm. Guess what? I come home sometime, I got a meal cooked. My wife can't do it because she's running around. I got a meal cooked because of them. So it's all right. They're more than welcome to be in the house.
More than welcome.
Stay as long as you can. Pay a few bills, if you will.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Your brother's out here.
But no, I don't have a problem. The transition for you guys being here, watching us as we go through this process. As you guys go through this process, I was just telling them, I really enjoy hearing them do these podcasts because they laugh so wonderfully. When they start laughing, I'm upstairs cracking up, listening. When I can hear them, when I'm at home to hear them, I'm laughing through this as well, just hearing it. So it's something about the joy of doing it, and something about hearing you guys rejoice. So You guys will be okay. I know you'll be okay. Whatever.
Thank you.
Whatever.
No, that's
Thank
good. That's good right there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
always
for
good
supporting us.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us. It's
Got
always
you.
good to have that reassurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't tell you on the video if there was no reassurance, but you know.
He was saying he was gonna be fake about it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you
What's
to
it
your
called?
face.
Saving face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you to your face. Why tell the world about me kicking you out the
Oh,
house?
okay,
Yeah.
you're right about it.
Yeah, no, I really tell you to your face. No, but you guys, I have good kids. I have good children. My wife and I, we are blessed, and I'll say it over and over again. We are blessed to be able to have raised and produce what you see on this video. We have very good kids, so I'm proud of them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of them.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are your thoughts about marriage for us and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
dating, all of that. How do you feel? Your girls ain't married yet.
Yeah.
Your son is.
Yeah.
But your girl.
You know what? It's finding that right one. It's just really. I rather for you guys to be where you are, and with not having. Let me say it correctly. I'd rather you to be where you are and not to be somewhere else with the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
Settling.
Settling.
No settling.
Now, I'm gonna say this, and I can say this out loud, is that there's a growth factor that once you do find, there is no perfect nobodies, as you know. And so when you do find that person that you can cling to and watch grow, because the one thing that Mom and I didn't do, we weren't a perfect couple at the beginning. I think we are a much closer match now than we were when we first got married. And because we grew together. She grew into my faults. I grew into her faults. And because again, we're not perfect. We're not perfect people. We are flawed. And because of that, you just have to make sure that you give room for people to make mistakes. I walked in my relationship, and you have to walk in your relationship. I walked in my relationship thinking that I knew everything. And I really, and I was telling your mom how I knew everything. And that wasn't working out too good. And it really wasn't, because as I was beginning to force myself towards your mom with my personality, it wasn't working. She wasn't comfortable in that. It wasn't until we both realized that I have to bend a little bit, she has to bend a little bit, and both of us bending in the way that we did, we began to mold one another. It's almost like clay. We begin to mold into the couple that we are today. And I would call us a power couple because of the fact that we think properly of each other. We care properly of each other. One of the worst situations you could ever get into is having a disdain for your partner, a dislike. You know, you ever seen somebody, a partner say something to their partner, and then all of a sudden they like frown up in the face? You know, that's a disdain, a dislike, for your partner. And you have to be able to love the good, the bad, and the ugly through it all. So for you guys, take your time, find Mr. Right. Hey, listen, I told them I was going out to find that joker.
Yeah.
I'm going to find him. I'm going to bring him home. He's going to be a nice guy, and I'm going to drop one off here, one off there, and say, get to know him.
Get to know him.
Get to know him. He's
now
a good guy.
Arranged marriage.
Dowry.
Yeah, he done paid you some money, huh?
A dowry. I didn't think about the dowry. Yeah. Get to know him. So, but you know what? It's tough out here.
It's hard out here.
It really is. It's tough. I mean, I've met a lot of guys that are just no good personally.
Me too.
So you,
Me
I mean,
three.
yeah. So you when I see some of these guys, they want to do nothing, and I'm just being honest. Yeah, there's so many men that just have their mind made up. There's one thing to have an entrepreneur spirit, but with no drive to do anything for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have I'll say this out loud. If your spirit is one that you're not driven as an entrepreneur to do the next step and then the next step and then the next step, go to work. Go find a job.
Go to work.
Really, seriously, I don't mean that's not from an insulting standpoint, but some people are meant to work for other people.
Yeah, like somebody got to do it.
Somebody's got to work.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at me.
Go work, go make $40, $50, $60, $70,000. Be happy. It's a 9 to 5. You're gonna go home. You're gonna come home with a check. But an entrepreneur, you still in your mom's house. You ain't doing nothing. You can't buy eggs. You don't want to buy eggs. You just want to be in your mama's house.
But eggs is expensive these
Yeah,
days.
exactly. So I need $6. Go get
All right.
$6.
All right.
Yeah, that's just
$6.
where I am.
Yeah.
That's where I am. You guys will be fine. Mr. Wright is coming,
Mm-hmm.
and matter of fact, he might be watching this video right now.
Okay. Well, this man, you see what you got to take up because he fixes stuff.
Literally.
He cooks, and he really cooks. I mean, I was telling Arie the other day, your pancakes the best pancakes ever in this world.
Yeah, from restaurant
Like
to
ever in this
restaurant.
ever
We
in
just
this
can't
world.
find it.
The pancakes
And we're
are
talking about the fluffy, the buttered, and the burnt
crispy edges. Yes.
Crispy,
Yes.
crispy
Crispy
edges.
Yes.
I think the French toast was crispy
Yeah.
edges.
See, he
Yeah,
cooked.
yeah.
He cooked today. Delicious. Okay, so he work hard. He fix things. He gets stuff done. He cooks crispy edge breakfast,
crispy edge breakfast.
and he's funny. You got to take me away from my daddy.
Yeah.
You help me.
So let me so here's the thing about there is the guy. I really believe this, that there are some people out there that you really can't do the comparison anymore. I'm just sorry. You just there can't be a comparison. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not at the same level that my dad was. I mean, my dad was a beast.
Yeah, well, to some degree, you don't have to be, right?
Well, you don't, but at the same time, I strive to be at that level. But there were some things my dad, like I could never. Let me say this. Let me correct that. I choose not to work after 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
My things don't happen. The body don't work. The mind don't click. Sleep supposed to happen at 10 o'clock. My dad worked for almost 20 years from 10 o'clock at night until 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how he did it.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how he did it. I was helping Ariel down here in
the slave shop.
In my warehouse.
In her
slave
warehouse. We was making her
Body souffles.
all of that.
Slushies.
And let me tell you what, it was around 2 o'clock in the morning. I was just staring at her. I had nothing else to give.
Yeah, everybody walked up and quit on me.
I had nothing else to give. Yeah, because we had been slaving all day long.
Yeah.
Maybe all week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a week going strong.
Yeah.
So, but we got it done.
Yeah.
But I just know that's not for me. So, but my dad was made different.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is that there's a guy out there, and he's going to be made different, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And he might not be a workaholic. He might not be a cook. But you know what? The bottom line is just like buying a house. You can't get it all in one house. What you get is you get the 80%, and then you try to modify the rest of it to fit your lifestyle. But sometimes you just can't get the 100% guy. Get the 80% and then watch yourself mold him and he molds you, and you come up with a good relationship that could last a lifetime.
And you know what though? 6-7 kids, having 6-7 kids will make you work that hard too. Cause my mom and him, both of y'all got 6 siblings.
Yes. Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah. We got a good family too, and that's the one thing that drove me to your mom, is that your mom had a solid family. A caring and loving family. And that was important to me. I'll never forget. I always said I just want a good Christian woman is what I said.
You even he
Yeah.
used to be a Muslim.
Yeah.
So you said a Christian woman. You didn't want no Muslim woman.
Well, I just said I wanted to, what from my standpoint at the time in my life where I wanted a good woman that could raise my children godly and caringly. That's what I wanted, honestly, because of the fact that I just didn't want the mess in my life. When I said I do, even when I gave your mom that ring, the ring on her finger,
That ring.
when I gave her that ring, I looked at her and I still didn't know if I was ready or not.
I was gonna ask you, but we can go back to it. Go ahead.
No, I wouldn't. I still, because there was a responsibility that I was getting ready to take on, and then my responsibility wasn't just for her. My responsibility was for her and a 3-year-old, 4-year-old son that she was bringing into our life as well. And so, that's my son, that's my boy. So at that time, I had to make my mind up that this is going to be my new me.
Like it wasn't no half stepping.
Oh no, there was none. This is going to be my new me. And so I looked at my little crazy son Jatad at that time, and I was like, well, and looked at my crazy wife at that time. I said, well, and I just made my mind up that we getting ready to have a good time. We gonna grow together, and we did that thing. But initially, I had to really get myself in the position, get my mindset around you getting ready to give up your single life.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you know, everything that you feel comfortable with, it's gone. And it really didn't go anywhere. It just changed. There was a modification that we had to go through, and thank God we made the choice that we did to make this happen like we did, because I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful that, that God produced you guys and God produced my son and my wife. I'm thankful for my life that I have right now. That's why I am.
You know what I said today? It's an honor to be me.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's an honor to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? God created us all. And I believe that. I believe wholeheartedly that He created us for this moment and for the times that we have lived through, that He created us. He gave us everything that we needed on the inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I really believe that even your gifts, all your gifts are already in there. Mm-hmm. You have to begin to unpack those gifts that's inside. So he had a plan. The word said He knows the plan that He has for you. So He already had a plan for you. He had a plan for Tucson Smith to watch Cynthia and Ariel grow up. I don't know if His plan was to have you been born at home on the floor. I don't know if that was part of the
Yes,
plan.
it was.
Yeah, but
very on brand.
That plan, thank God it worked out.
You said very on brand.
Mm-hmm.
Very on brand.
On brand for Ariel.
Oh yeah.
That's who she is.
Yeah, that's who she is. But yeah, I agree. That's who you are.
I agree.
Yeah.
You have to think about it.
Yeah, I did. But I just believe that, with all the craziness that's going on, God had that plan set up just for us in the way that He operated and made things happen for our family.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't regret anything.
Okay, so speaking of God had a plan, how did you know that being a part of becoming a realtor was a part of like God's plan? Like, was it an easy way into it?
And also, y'all, he left a 6-figure job to start their business.
Yes.
Was it easy? First of all, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it real. So you come from money. You got your nest egg built up. Let's just keep it real. Mm-hmm. There's a safety net that's always there. young. I was young at that time, younger than I am now, 20 years ago. So I'm 43 years old. Okay, think about that. I'm 43 years old at that time.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like,
said,
somebody
are you
lying.
okay?
Oh, not 43 now. No.
Somebody lying.
We
So-
both like.
So I'm 63 now, minus the 20, 21.
Yeah, we know how this works.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, we know how this works.
Just want to help you out.
Thank you.
So I'm at that time, I'm around 42. So I'm thinking 42, 43, I can always go back and get a job. You know, that was my thought at the time. And so when I started the business, I was working for another company. While I worked for that other company, I went out and started selling real estate. I made, and I don't mind telling anybody, I made $30,000 in half the year. And I was like, oh my God, this works. Now it was a good year, good half a year that year. So you know, that it was I won't say it was a fluke, but it was just a really good year. And I was a brand new salesperson that everybody was like, you sell real estate? I'm looking for a house. I'm looking for a house. So things took off fast. And so you move 1 year later, now I'm owning my own business. Things slowed down a lot because you had to establish the business. You had to get everything going, you know, getting the business up and running, the upstart. The comfort zone took me probably 2 years before I was comfortable knowing that I could really do this. And then I started hiring people. So at one point we had around 11 agents on the team. And so with 11 agents, all of them out there trying to do some things, trying to sell some stuff, it really made the business viable. This is real.
Yes, a real business.
Yeah, this is a real business. And so from that point on, it's just been a roller coaster ride. I'm gonna just keep it real. With real estate, it is a roller coaster ride. You have your very good years, and then you have your very bad years. You know, but you know, if I had to go and do it all over again, I probably would go through the same page. Was it easy? You asked the question, was it easy? I passed the exam the second time without any issues at all. Everything fell in place. Everything began to fall in place. The first time I took the exam, I didn't study. I didn't put no efforts into it. I failed. And so I was probably in my 30s when I first took it. After that, I was like, I didn't want to be a realtor anyway. I didn't want to do this.
Not for real.
Yeah. And here it took me around 10 years later to go back and to start it again, but I was at a different level in my life. Now, guess what? I got kids. You know, I got a wife. You know, now it's a little bit more. So I was a little more seasoned in my patience than I was as a younger person. So I began to make it easy because I began to study and take time. Most of my time for real estate, I spent probably 2 hours every morning. 2 hours every morning studying. Just going at it. Study every morning. Get up, take a test. You know, okay, that's easy. I'm good. But I made it easy by putting forth the effort. You know, and that's a lot of times what people miss. People don't. We are in a society where people don't put as much effort into things that they want. Like they should.
That's fair.
Because if you want it, put the effort in. I'd rather see myself fail by trying really hard and then fail than not trying enough. Because if I can go back and say, if I would have did just a lot more of this and a lot more of that, I would have been more successful. Go into the game. Go in there full force and see what happens. And, you know, if you fail, good. That's all right. You learn something from it. Go to the next level. Try it again in a different aspect, you know, and see what happens.
So when it comes down to career life, so that would be your biggest lesson that you learned?
It's, I guess my biggest lesson is making sure, one, you get the right people on your team. Make sure you vet everybody that you're dealing with. Get some people you can trust. Loyalty, especially today, loyalty is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in this business. Matter of fact, my sister is my partner, and she'll tell you like I tell you. We didn't always agree on everything. You know, sometimes we had right down out blowouts. You know, of how the business should have been ran or should be ran, and so it's really getting the right people in place. You know, she and I, we agree on 90% of everything that we do. There's that 10%, which is life. It is what it is. But for the last 20 years, the business has been flourishing. We've been doing what we need to do to make the business happen. So it's getting the right people in place and making sure that you are putting efforts in every endeavor. You know, you guys came along and began to help me. That's the other thing. You came here and you began to help me in areas in which I was weak in, which is good. And those are the things, if you can have somebody to fill those voids, and you know it's a void. Pride is a destructive component in this business.
In life, period.
In life, period.
Yeah.
It will destroy. It will destroy marriage. It will destroy a business. It will destroy a relationship. Pride is destructive, and I try not to bring it into anything that I do, because of the fact that not only do I want to see myself successful, let's take it from a selfish standpoint, but I want to see everybody around me successful.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to have $80 billion. Yeah, I mean, really, when you think about it, well, you can what I want to be successful at it, but if I can see myself pull you up, you know, I love what Pastor Tracy, she says this all the time. She says you got to have that person that's going to pull you up. You got to have that person that's going to hold you up, and you got to have that person that you're pulling up.
That's good.
You know, it's all three of those categories. So if you don't have anybody that's pulling you up and holding you up, and you're putting your effort to pull somebody up, something's missing. You know, because you should be teaching somebody while they teaching you and holding you up.
But we pulling y'all up. That's y'all. That's my pull up.
Well,
And I guess we holding each other up.
who's y'all?
Them. We pulling them up.
Them.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
But it's real deal though. I mean, because sometimes what you guys do on your podcast, on your videos, is that you are breathing into somebody. You know, we talked about this yesterday. Is that sometimes you have to, one person plants the seed, and then the other person comes along and water the seed. And we don't have enough of the planters, and we don't have enough of the waterers. We got to get both of them, where somebody is doing one or the other to lift each other up. If we could do that for each other, oh my God, you know. And let's keep it real. I'm talking about us black folks. That's who I'm talking about, honestly. That if we can come together,
Power to the people.
power to the
Black
people.
Happy Black History
Yeah,
Month.
happy Black History. But if we can do that for one another, if we can continue to not have that mentality of as crabs in a barrel pulling each other down, that if we can lift each other up, I'm telling you, man, we would change not only our life, we would begin to change the people around us. You know, and that's what's the important thing. Let's change some folks. Let's change this thing.
Okay, so on that journey, is there anything in life that you haven't been able to do that you would like to do, just moving forward? I mean, because you are middle-aged, so
Middle age.
I think I'm more in the senior age.
I didn't want to call you a
Yeah,
senior.
I'm
all right.
Middle
Let's
age
go.
is
My granddaddy was a senior. I mean, a middle-aged. He's about 70. What
Yeah,
you say?
well,
middle age
75.
was generous.
Yeah, it was. It
You
was.
know what? This is how I take this whole thing about age. Is like I'm looking at doing a new venture right now in my life. I don't see myself. I got, and I'm thankful that I have my health and well-being. I got love in my household from my family, and I don't take these things. I have a God that loves me dearly. I don't take none of those things lightly, and so I right now I feel as though when a venture comes to me and for me, I'm gonna pray it through. I have to make sure that it's for me. And then once I know that it is for me, then I'm gonna, even at 70 years old, I'm gonna move on it.
Yeah.
I'm just my honest opinion is that because I'm working out, I work out, I try to keep myself healthy. As long as I can continue to do that, I'm going to continue to move. So my ventures, yeah, there's more ventures to come. I really believe that there's more ventures to come, and I don't look
You sure though.
63. I really wait a minute. I really don't. I really don't.
How do you keep your skin free of wrinkles?
Praising God.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do
And
with
laugh.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Ooh,
lots-
that's so important.
Lots of laughs and jokes.
That's so
This
important.
is the biggest kid.
Now for real, I wish
You'll
you would
ever
just
know.
show your true colors on here, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like you got two parts. You are really wise, like a sensei, and then you're like a child.
That's insane.
A sensei child, like
I
a
do-
baby
I was
Yoda.
about to say,
Yeah,
baby,
I got a sensei. I got a sensei. You know what? Laugh a lot, guys. That's. I think that keeps us. I'm silly, guys. I am. Family, I'm silly. I try to have a really good time all the time, as much as I can. And when I rest good.
He
I
really
rest
does.
hard.
Yeah.
I really do.
He dropped the jaw on everything.
Oh yeah. You can catch me sometime at around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock,
On the couch.
checking out for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start all over at 10 to around 12, but I really try to enjoy myself. I really try to laugh as much as I possibly can. And I think it's just healthy. It's just, it really is. It's just a healthy thing, so that's just where I am.
Okay.
That's my makeup.
That is your makeup.
That's my makeup.
And glow with flow.
What about it? Is that a commercial?
Yeah. he said skin.
Yeah.
And glow with flow.
And glow with flow.
Oh, your
yeah.
makeup.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
girl.
Took
thought
them
you-
a minute. Took them a minute.
No. Okay. I'm not gonna dig.
You talking about like a DNA makeup?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But what did look? Well, let's confirm this. What were
Yeah,
you
that's-
meaning?
When you
That's my
said-
makeup.
It's just my personality,
Yeah.
not the physical
Yeah,
makeup that I rub on my face.
Right, but you started with how do you keep your skin? And
Oh,
so
I
I
felt-
was
yeah.
waiting for my turn, and that was just it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? Let's just say that at the age of 63, my mom and dad was also they just aging, and I just happened to be of the chocolate complexion.
Mhm.
That it does what it does.
Melanated.
Yeah, melanated.
Mhm.
It does what it do, and I'm thanking God for it.
When they say black don't crack, so I guess the blacker you
Don't
are,
crack.
the less cracky.
You better say it.
Unless you do crack, then.
That's a whole nother.
Oh,
That's a whole nother subject.
that's so funny. Okay.
Okay, so out of when it comes down to your relationship advice and life lessons you learned in the relationship, we talked on some, but like, what's the biggest one
Yeah, just like one piece of a relationship advice that you could give.
for us, for them, whoever?
Allow, I guess, from my standpoint, allow yourself to be flexible. The one thing you have to remember that when you got two different individuals, these two individuals are coming together as one. There's an adjustment that has to take place. And so often what happens sometimes is if two people are coming together, that means that you have, and I used the word before, there has to be a molding component that has to take place. When there's a sternness in one and flexibility in another, they bump heads. That's where the bumping of heads begin. You got to be willing to mold each other into a relationship. That's what it comes down to. It's molding one another into it. And that is to say that you got to, and we talked about pride. This is where pride runs in. I don't do that. That's not my, no, you got a new relationship. Some things you can't be a 100% what you don't do, and the other person has been inflexible. You got to be able to bend. I'm not saying give up all your morals. I'm not saying give up who you are. But what I am saying is that for a relationship to be solid, you have to be able to sometimes, from my standpoint, sometimes it's just being quiet. Sometimes it is when your mom, when we first got together, I would shut your mom down. I would. But while I was shutting your mom down, thinking that I was putting things in order, I was shutting your mom down and pushing her further away from me in a relationship. I learned to listen, as the words say, and talk less. Allow her to speak. Let her be heard. And when that began to happen, I became a little more flexible, because I was that guy. I was that solid, non-flexible individual. And I think what happens so often is that we don't bend. We don't allow things. When you're getting used. So let's just be clear. There's people in relationships that are being used because of there's no flexibility, because there was never an intent to be flexible. I want it my way and my way only. If you can't deal with that, you need to go by the wayside. And you should go by the wayside. You should leave that situation. But when you have a relationship, a person there. Again, this is what I heard in a message the other day. It's your willingness. It's your willingness. How willing are you? And she of course was talking about your willingness to love on God, your willingness to give up the things that you think you need to have and depend upon God. But I challenge you that it's the same thing with the relationship. There has to be a willingness for you to bend and to be flexible for that other person. If you care enough for that other person, you will make adjustments where they fit in to one another. And so often you don't have that in relationships, and relationships have a tendency of growing apart over and over again. So it's just that willingness to bend and to be flexible.
I think you're ready for your own podcast. You got some things to say.
You know what? That's one of the things I thought about. But I'm supporting you guys right now. You guys do your thing. But there is something I would love to do one with my wife one of these days. But that'll be the right time, right time and right place. Right now, I'm gonna support y'all all the way through.
Yes, through.
Let's go.
Cool. Well.
Yeah.
Y'all good?
Yeah. Well, this is all we have.
Wait, you got anything to share? Anything else?
No. You know what? I'm just glad I had the opportunity to hang out with you guys. Again, I can't wait to see if I'm gonna have introduction music when I first, like the walkout music. You go on these different shows, you see, people come out, the music. This is how we do it. You hear the music going and everything.
We're gonna have to hit him with the Aaron P. Ears, Mufasa. Yeah.
So,
There's our father.
Yeah.
2 sons. Man,
yeah, like that. Yeah. So that's I'm hoping for that. But no, it's good spending time with you guys. Thank you. Hopefully I answered all the questions. And you too, if you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to call me. We are looking for some good men. Very good men for my 2 daughters. Yes. So if you are a good man, just give me a call.
Just give me a call.
We'll talk about it.
You're not doing a real estate commercial.
Yeah. Call me. He actually said this at church one day. You weren't there.
No, wasn't
he said this at church, still waiting on some good men for my daughter.
Yeah, amen.
And then there was somebody who came up and just started talking to him while I was sitting in his face. I said, "That's you, brother. Go, get out of here. Get out of here.
Anybody but you.
Get out of here." He's like, "Yeah, I'm really good. I don't care what you're good at. Get out."
That's too funny. I don't care.
But I'm here for him. I'm here for him. So come on, brothers.
Yeah.
Come on through.
We will have a Google Docs list so you can put your name on it.
No.
I'm
A
just-
sign up sheet.
Yeah.
Schedule some time to talk.
Yeah.
Now he's a husband consultant.
I can do that.
I can do that.
I can do that. I'll be good at that. I'll be good at that. So, yeah, call me if you need me. That's all. Call me.
If you need someone to talk to,
Call me.
satisfaction guaranteed.
That's all I got.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Thank y'all for tuning in in this 30 for 30 challenge. We'll see y'all later.
Love.
Love.
Love.